Welcome to another lesson of Microsoft PowerPoint. Thank you for staying with us till now. Now, in this lesson, I'm going to show you about the illustration section and also the add-in section, okay? Then I'm going to show you about the links, comments, text, symbols, and media, okay? So, just as I told you about the illustration section and add-in section, okay? So, you already know about the shape section and how you'll be able to add those if you've seen my previous videos. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can add icons, 3D models, smart art graphics, and also charts. Okay, so first things first, what I'm going to do is going to be selecting icons. If you want to add in icons, just click on icons and all of the icons will appear in the screen and select whichever one you want. And another advantage of using icons is that they are SVGs, okay, scalable vector graphics. So when you open up a photo in your Microsoft PowerPoint presentation screen, when you resize it, it might get pixelated sometimes. But another thing you have to keep in mind that like when you decrease the photo or like decrease the size of the photo, it stays compact because it has a limited amount of resolution, okay? Because obviously when it reaches that limit and exceeds that limit, the photo turns pixelated and loses its resolution. But SVG or icons are not like that. Okay, it is made in such a way and it is so pixelated or densely pixelated, so eventually even if you increase the photo or increase the icon up to like really big, it's still not going to lose its resolution. So let me just select on some of them and use it. You can use whichever one you want. You can also search them according to desire. Let's say I'm going to search for planet just as it recommended. I'm going to hit on enter and you can see all the planets will appear over here. I'm going to select like this, click on insert, and all of the icons will appear over here. Select them individually and drag them individually too. Now you can see all of them are over here. Now what you can do is going to be what I told you, what like eventually even if you like increase the size really big, it's still not going to lose its resolution because that is the quality of having SVG or using SVG. Okay, so all of them are like this. And the method is that you can also make different type of shapes by using SVG because icons are made sometimes in such a way so that you can make them to be different. So let me just use or show you this. I'm gonna double click on it and let's say I'm gonna ungroup it. Click on ungroup and you will see that there will be 2-3 of these icons or shapes, okay, which you can actually use. If you wanted to revert it back to itself, just click on undo and that will be basically it. Okay, another method another lesson which I told you that I'm gonna cover was undo and redo. Well, those are very essential tools. If you want to undo something, what you can do is just click on this and redo is going to be clicking on this. Both of them have different type of shortcut keys. Okay, Control Z is for undo and Control Y is for redo. If you want to redo it, you can just click on over here. I can also press Control plus Y, or you can also redo it just pressing Control plus Z like this, which I did a while ago. But if I want to redo it, I'm going to press Control plus Y or select on that tool, which I did over there, which is also quite the same. Okay, now you know how you'll be able to undo and redo. So I'm going to do is group them together. So grouping them together, the shortcut key is Control plus G, but you can also do it by clicking on arrange and clicking on group. Okay, Control plus G, and now you can see all of them are now back together. Okay, now you know how you'll be able to group them together. Now I'm going to go to insert and now show you how you'll be able to add 3D models. If you want to add 3D models in your presentation, just click on 3D models. But before that, I'm going to remove all of them because we're done with them. Click on them. I'm going to select on this, delete. Then I'm going to show you how you'll be able to use 3D models. Click on 3D models and it's going to open up an interface and also show you some categories. Select on the ones which you're going to need and you can see that some of them has this icon. That icons mean that it is animated. Okay, let's say I'm going to use animated one. So I'm going to click on over here. Let's say I'm going to use this photo or this 3D icon or 3D model. I'm going to click on insert or whichever one you want according to your desire. It's going to take a bit of a time to insert your 3D model because it's going to download all of the resources and then put it in your Microsoft PowerPoint presentation software. Okay, now you can see that it has been added. Then you can like rotate it 360 degrees eventually everywhere. And you can like resize it according to your desire too. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be front faced. Now you can keep it like this. And there is also an option called pause and play. So you can stop the animation and also, play it back again. Okay. You can also see that there are different like views like you can get. Okay. So I'm going to keep it over here and go to insert. So that is basically it. Okay. I'm going to delete it as we're done. Now, what I'm going to show you is going to be smart art graphics, okay? You already know what smart art graphic is if you've seen my previous videos. It's a better way with a better, quality and better, format of bullets. So I'm going to click on OK. So select whichever one you want, press on OK, and then you'll be able to add text over here. But if you can't add text over here, what you're going to do is click on this option and then add in your text from here, okay? And that text will be able or visible right on your smart art graphic. So this is like very simple, right? Select on each and every one you want and change it according to your desire or desired place. So very simple, right? Okay. Now, as we're done, I'm going to click on delete as we're done with it. And now you are also able to do it. And if you've seen my previous video, you can also turn bullets or, words directly into smart art graphics by converting them from home to convert to smart art graphics. Now I'm going to show you charts. Charts is a very important tool of, business, and also, how you can show or present the statistics and all of those. I'm going to click on charts, and you will see that there is a couple of these categories you can actually use. So most of the time people use column, line, pie, bar, area, XY, map, stock, surface, and all of those. So let's say I'm going to use column and select whichever one you want according to your desire. You can also see a preview will appear right over here when you select on it. Now let's say I'm going to use on pie. Now let's say I'm going to select this one, okay? I'm going to press on OK, and that chart will be added over here, and Microsoft Excel will also open up, okay? Not the full Excel, but you will be able to add in your data through this system, okay? Let's say I'm going to add in 2. Hit on enter, and you can see that it has turned into 2. Let's say I'm going to type this data to be, let's say, 5th. Hit on enter, and you can see it has turned into 5th. All of them will appear like this. If you want to change the format, you can also do it by going to shape format or smart art format. You can click on here, go to chart design, and change it according to your desire. See, this is like very simple. If you want to select the data, edit data, click on over here, and Excel will again open up. Okay, so you don't have to worry that much about losing or not being able to do it. If you want to change the color, you can also do it. Change the color. You can change the color palette. You can change the monochromation, like keep it like this, whichever one you want. You can also change the titles and eventually all of those. So I'm going to press Ctrl+Z. I'm going to press on undo. Now it has come back because I accidentally pressed on something which I shouldn't have. Now you can see this is how it will actually look like. So now what I'm going to show you is going to be a bit different because we are done with the illustration section. Now what I'm going to do is delete all of those, click on delete, and that will be basically it. If you want to edit this, what I'm going to do is, what you're going to do is just go to chart design and select from whichever design you want to use. Okay. So I'm going to click on undo again because I don't need any of those. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is show you add-ins. Okay. Add-ins are a type of extension which you can use to increase the functionality of Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay. So what I'm going to do is click on get add-ins. You have to stay connected to the internet so that you can use it. Okay. There are a couple of these softwares which you can actually use directly from PowerPoint. Let's say I want Wikipedia. So I'm going to click on Wiki and hit on enter. Okay. It's going to show me a couple of these options. Okay. Wikipedia. Hit on enter. You can see that there are a lot of these options. Okay. I'm going to click on category. Or you can select on best apps of the option or the year, document reviews, all of those. I'm going to go back, click on all. And it will show me a lot of these options. What you can do is going to be, let's say I want forms or web viewer. I'm going to click on add, click on agree, and continue. And you will see that add-in will appear directly on my Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, eventually that didn't show up, but yet now you can see that it is taking a bit of time, and then you can add in the URL so that you can actually open it up. So I'm gonna remove it. So I'm gonna show you something else. Let's say one of the add-ins is going to be, let's say, Quillbot. Okay, Quillbot. Let's say Quillbot. Hit on OK. Or let's say Quillbot was 1L. If there are no app like that, what you can do is document review and all of those. Let's say I'm going to go to all category. I'm going to click on productivity, and you will see all of these will appear over here. Okay. Well, all of those are, sometimes hard to find, but you have to scroll through it a bit, and then you will be able to find it, and just press on add, and you will be able to use that directly from Microsoft, PowerPoint. Let's say I'm going to use Pixton comic characters. Click on add, agree to that, and press on continue, and that will appear up in your Microsoft PowerPoint. So you don't have to worry that much about going to other softwares and doing it. So I'm going to click on Pixton characters, and it will show me up all of those appear like over here. Get started. You can use according to whichever type of content, add-in or extension you want to use. So I'm going to click on it, and you can click here, and you will be able to select it and paste it right over here. Okay, let's say I'm going to click on it. Let's say just continue, and there are all of these options. You will be able to use it. Okay, and eventually if you didn't have add-ins, you'd have to go to Google and find the exact type of things you want and then use it, okay, which is external link. And all of your add-ins which you downloaded will be available over here on my add-ins. And if you want to go to store again and download or use another one, you can also do that and go through each and every one of those and scroll through each and every one of those according to your desire and according to the category you want. So hope you guys understood everything about this lesson on illustration and add-ins, and thank you for watching this video.